So, next up, after the Zing thing failure, is F22. Now, I said you wouldn't see this aircraft again because it is about to be retired. I thought I might just give it a try for FPV. I've never really had much success with FPV, but now I've got a bigger field. And this aircraft could be ideal. So it's been set up with a gear, and this is really just about seeing how it flies with it before I even think about attempting to use it. So without further ado, let's go see if it still flies alright. Now it's got extra equipment on it. Got a lighter battery now though to accommodate the CofG, so got 1250. Might or might not be good, but that's what flying's all about really, for me. I enjoy all this, you know. Seems to be okay. Take hands off. It's reasonably level, hands off. Let's get a little bit more up elevator. Again, yeah, no, there we go. That's pretty good, hands off at 50%. Doesn't seem to have caused it any issues. Not that I'll be planning to do any aeros FPV. That'd be a bad plan, right? Well, that seems to be pretty reasonable. Yeah, right. That's completely hands off there. Completely. And that must bang on, bang on. So, well, supposed to have a spotter really, but I might give it a go later. Just because it's so large and quiet here, I don't think it's really going to cause any problems not to have a spotter, just to have a little bit of a go up and down the strip. Just flying so well, I can just dump it if I need to. It only needs the barest of touches on the. Set the throttle at 60%, and away you go. Scary. Oh, now that was interesting. I think we might have had a signal loss there. Which is quite unusual with Spectrum. But it was quite low and might have been in the cone of death, or is that silence? It's good on that. Yeah, I think we must have just had a momentary signal loss. You know, that might be the very first time that's ever happened to me with Spectrum. But you know, it's very low. So, or it might have been ESC giving it a little bit of a. I've had enough of this. I'm old and tired. Well, that feels. Anyway, that part of it was successful. So. We'll just see what comes next, and yeah, it could be okay. So here I am, just setting up the aircraft and the goggles for my first attempt. It's taken me a bit of time just to sort through logically what I need to do.
the worst thing for somebody that wears glasses is that getting the goggles on your head with the glasses in the right place. And even though these goggles have accommodate the glasses, they tend to capture. So first launch on goggles. 1, 2, 3, go, I guess. Oh, yeah, but not too far. Yes. Second launch. 1, 2, 3, go. And yeah, okay, I do manage to get it off and around, but lose orientation quite quickly. So then I decide that the best way forward might be a sort of mixture of launch and then go on to goggles. But I just don't get it off first time, so there we go. It is a very robust aircraft, which is lucky. So for real now, managed to sort of go on to goggles, just get a feel for the picture, and try and keep it a bit higher so that if I lose it I can just go on and off goggles. Yeah, it's quite a challenge, obviously. First of all, this strip is relatively barren. There's not a lot of linear features. It's the edge of the cornfield and the sort of edge of the strip and the tree line at either end. So got to just keep it within the margins. Nevertheless, I was experiencing a pretty reasonable picture. I didn't have any interrupts interference-wise. A bit dark, and I don't know whether that's a setting I can adjust or whether it was a relatively dark day, overcast. But yeah, it's successful. I managed to get a couple of circuits in. Managed to sort of stabilise my stick control, because I was over controlling quite a lot to start with. I realised that I'd set the aircraft up in such a manner that I really didn't need to move it very much at all. It's a sort of very low rate movement for future reference anyhow. But yeah, then I managed to sort of get it into a position where I wasn't quite sure where it was going to go. So I thought the best option might be to dump it, and it ended up being sort of at the far end of the field.
So the picture was a little dark, was good enough to fly on. I found it better to do a manual launch and then go onto FPV. These goggles are not ideal though, because they capture my glasses, unfortunately. Minor damage, this is why it's a good aircraft to use. But it will need a little bit of repair before we attempt that again. But all in all, I think they call that successful. First FPV, 2 minutes-ish.